Hey guys, welcome back to my craft room. So I did say that I was going to do some bedazzling, and I also said that I was looking forward to it, and I have been. So what I'm actually bedazzling today is I'm bedazzling a pair of shorts of mine. Now, these shorts are old and they've got paint on them from when I painted one day. So I had to come up with an idea to cover that up. So I'm bedazzling those shorts with these pants. So what I'm going to do is actually just cut the legs off of those pants, and I'm going to open up the outside seam. I will actually overlock the top edge and overlock the two edges on the outside seam of the legs. So that's what I'm going to do first of all. Now I have already done this with the pants that I have on right now. So these are the same shorts and the same pants. And these ones, I put bells on. Just for a little jingle effect, because I like that sort of stuff. Anyway, so I have been working on this while I was doing the other videos, and this has actually been sitting in my craft room. My hands did get a bit sore because there's a lot of cutting involved. So down at the table here, guys. Now what I did was I designed my own flower. So these are my templates. And these are the flowers that I've made. Now, all of these flowers are made out of felt. This black is actually a really stiff felt, but I'm still using it. So, if you want to make something like this, and you already have a pair of pants like this, grab your pants, get your shorts, and do some bedazzling, because it is actually fun. And the first thing you've got to do is design your flower. Now this is my design. It was just a simple little design that I came up with, and I wanted the love heart style flower, which I thought was really cute. And as you can see, when you get a couple of different sizes, which I have 2 different sizes there, in different colours, they look beautiful. Now these 2 piles, this one is this size, but I had a small amount left over. So I thought that I would make some really small ones. But when I get them all together, I was going to use some thread and do an edging around them. But I personally have decided not to, because actually that's a lot of work. And I really like them like that anyway. So I did do a couple of different ways of sewing my flowers together. One way was going around in a circle, and the other way was going in a cross section. Well, actually that's over top of the circle. And what I decided, there's a better look at the cross section. So what I decided was I like the cross section better. I think it just looks nice rather than the circle. And You can decide for yourself. So I'm going to continue sewing them all together with this cross section. And like I said, the reason why I came up with this idea in the first place was to hide the paint marks. And when I did the second pair, I actually wanted them a different colour than the silver anyway. So that is how that will sit. And I thought that actually looks beautiful. And if you put one or two on the legs of the pants up here, I think they're going to be really nice. So I'm looking forward to finishing these. And these flowers are big enough to even cover the patch on the back. The other smaller bits of paint, I'm not really going to worry about. I think it'll just add to them. So, but they're old shorts, and I thought I wanted to bedazzle them. So, I need to finish off some of these flowers. I will probably finish them off as I go. I will put the big ones around, but I think the first things first, I'll do the cutting of these, cut the legs open, get all of this stitched up, and I'm going to put this down the sides of the legs, which I thought was beautiful actually. Pretty ribbon. There's a better picture of it there. Isn't it cute? So you can go to Spotlight here in Australia and you can use anything you want. If you have a thought in mind, just go ahead and do it. So guys, I've got a lot of work to do. I probably won't get it all done today, but we're going to have tomorrow and we'll just keep going. So until then, I'll get this sorted out and I'll be back shortly. guys, back again. Now I wanted to show you where I'm up to, but what I've done at the same time, because sometimes I can kind of jump ahead when it comes to bedazzling, because bedazzling becomes very involved, as you all might very well know. It's kind of fun. All right, so far what I've done, now I've taken, well, actually I've pretty much just cut the legs off. Now I do want to say these pants at the moment are currently out for sale here in Australia in Big W. So Big W actually has this range. So I've cut the legs off. I have overlocked it. So down here. So I've gone ahead, I overlocked the very edge, and then I folded it over, but I folded it out to the front. Now the reason why I did that is because this goes straight over top, and it's going to hide in the edge. So the pants so far look like this. I've got, actually hang on a sec, I'll put them on a coat hanger. That's all right. So the pants so far look like this. Now I've done my edging on the sides, down both sides. I've left this one open to show you how I did it. This side is actually completed. So if you can see that whole side. And I think that actually looks really nice. Now this side, I'm using this ribbon that I got from Big W, from Spotlight. It's actually really nice, and I thought it would be really nice with my flowers. And another thing I've also done is I put one of the flowers on the front to cover one of those paint marks that I had on my shorts, and I've got one flower on the back so far. I mean, there's still a little bit of paint here, but that's not going to worry. Doesn't really matter. But the rest of the flowers, I will probably take them down, but have most of them down the bottom. And that's what I'm thinking of doing at this stage. Now, how I've done this is I've taken that ribbon all the way down, but it actually has been really good as well. I was able to cut out like 4 flowers for my spacing, and I tacked them on top of the flower itself. And I think it works. I think they just work. So, but yes, these pants here in Australia, Big W. They also have skirts and tops in this same fabric. So that's what I've got left. And this is what we've got so far. So I'm going to get back to it, work on them a little bit more, and then next time I take a video, I'll actually have them on, and then we'll talk about a few more things. But it's a case of, like I said, I cut the legs off and I split the outside seam open, had to overlock the top, overlock the sides. You could do a zigzag stitch for that if you don't have an overlocker or a serger. But you would have to really close it up, because if you're going to Big W and have a look at this fabric, it's very, very open, very holy. But I think they're looking nice so far. I'm impressed with them. Can't wait to put them on. And the idea is looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave it here and I'll be right back shortly. Back again, guys, and listen, we're finished. I have finished the pants. Now, here is your look. Here they are. Check them out. And don't they look good? I love these. These are Bedazzled Plus and a little bit Hippie, Witchy and Gypsy. So what do you think, guys? I love them. I love them. They're probably going to be my new best pair of summer pants. So love them. So I got the flowers on. I've got the side pieces on. Everything is complete. And that is what you call bedazzling. So, like I said, they started off as a pair of shorts, right? And I cut the legs off the pants. I showed you how to do it. Get bedazzling. It is so much fun. It is so much fun that you just want to keep doing it. So bedazzling, guys, it is fun and it's something that everyone can do and anyone can do it. Remember I said these are felt flowers, and all I've done, if you can see, is tack them on or stitch them on from the center. And that's it. So the flowers have got movement and they look great. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go now. I've got a lot more videos to do. I know I did promise you that February would be our quilting month, but we are in the process of trying to move house. So we're going to put that off for a couple of months until we move house. So in the meantime, I'm just going to do other smaller videos, little bit of bedazzling here and there. I got a couple more things to do and I'm going to love doing it. But quilting is a process that does take a little bit of time, and I do need a little bit more space than what I have in my craft room. So yeah, so I'm going to put the quilting off, and well, I can't actually name when I'm going to do that yet. It will be after we move. So thanks for watching my video today, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you loved it, and I'll see you again in my next video. Later.